Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how to make chocolate covered strawberries and make them look super professional. Y'all, this is so easy. Everybody gets so nervous about making chocolate covered strawberries. Like, we can do this, okay? You don't have to be edible arrangement. You don't have to do this as a business. You could do it for fun, or if you want to make it as a business, you can do that as well. These are very simple, but it's just that classic, like, professional look to any chocolate dipped treats. So let's get into this step by step on how to achieve this look. So the very first thing that you are going to want to do is wash your strawberries, okay? So you want to make sure to look underneath the leaves. That's where most of the dirt is still housed, even though, they say. You're also going to want to look for bruises. So avoid using bruised strawberries because it bleeds through the chocolate. And then when you go to give it to somebody, it's, bleeding juices. So you want to make sure that, one, they're great sizes, and then two, that they're clean. So while you're putting it in the drain to clean, and then you see like that little brown leaf stuff, take that off. So you just want to be very choosy with your selection of strawberries during this process before you actually go in to clean. So as you can see, I'm lifting the leaves, making sure to get any dirt rinse from out of there. If you want to give the strawberries a baking soda bath, you can, but look at the dirt that's under there. Guys, please clean your fruit. So once your berries are clean, look at them. They are vibrant and juicy looking. You're going to go in and lay them on a paper towel just so they can start to drain and kind of dry off. And then once this step is done, you could even leave them to sit and let them air dry for a little bit. I personally didn't have time for that, so I'm going to go in with a napkin, and then we are going to press and just, pat them dry. And look how much water it is still on the strawberries. And the reason that we want to make sure that our strawberries are completely dry is because water will cause your chocolate to either seize, or it will cause your chocolate not to stick to the strawberries. So make sure you lift up the leaves. Look how much water was still left underneath there, so that you get a full coat of chocolate on your strawberries with no problems. So the next step, after you have dried your strawberries, I'm going to insert 2 toothpicks into the top of my strawberry, just like so. You can use 1, I recommend 2. And the purpose of this is that we're going to gather all the leaves, and then this is how you're going to dip, but it's going to avoid your leaves popping when you dip from the weight of the chocolate. So this is for support. So make sure you always insert 2 picks at the top to make sure you have enough support when you are dipping and grabbing by the leaves, so that the leaves won't pop out and ruin your final presentation. So I have dried and toothpicked all of my strawberries. So I'm using candy melts today. Guys, feel free to use whatever type of chocolate it's your prerogative, okay? This is what was closest to me. I got this from Joann's. I don't know if Joann's is moving away from Wilton's, or if this is the new Wilton's candy melts, but yeah, this is what I got. So we're going to go ahead and open that up, and then we're going to pour it into a microwave safe bowl. And I'm going to just go ahead and use the whole bag here. Now, you don't have to, it just depends. And then I'm going to put in 2 capfuls of vegetable oil. And what the oil is going to do is help kind of thin out the chocolate a little bit, because you don't want your chocolate super thick. You want the perfect consistency so that your berries come out perfect. So I'm just giving this a little toss, and make sure to get all of our candy melts nice and coated with the vegetable oil. And then once that's done, you want to make sure that you do this step very well too, and make sure that it's all like combined and there's not just like a puddle of grease somewhere. So you're going to put this in a microwave for 30 seconds. And then after the first 30 seconds, you're going to give it a stir. So the reason you heat up chocolate in intervals is because chocolate, when it burns, it seizes and it's a hot mess, okay? So the first time we put it in the microwave, it's for 30 seconds. And as you can see, it started melting a little bit, but it's nowhere near where we need it to be. So you want to stir it around and make sure that that temperature is equally distributed around the bowl. And then I'm going to put it back inside of the microwave for 15-second increments at this point, no longer 30. So yes, it's a long process of melting your chocolate purposely, but I have wasted so much chocolate over the years by overheating it and burning the chocolate. So this is just a safe way to do it. If you want to do 30-minute intervals, please be my guest. It's your chocolate, but I think that this is the safest way to do it to ensure that you don't burn and that you do get the perfect consistency. So as you can see, I'm spreading it around, kind of melting it down just with the heat from off the bowl. So I'm going to pop it back in the microwave for another 15 seconds. And this is what we got. So we're almost there. But as you can see, it's still like little lumps in there. So this time we got much further. So we're pretty much there, but as I saw, I don't know if you guys can see small little chunks of the candy melt still left in there. So you don't necessarily have to put it back in the microwave to get rid of that. If you keep stirring and kind of distribute that heat around, there it is. I'm going to show you guys on the spoon. Boom. It's right there. If you keep stirring and, get that heat equally distributed in the bowl, it will melt down in the bowl. You don't want to keep microwaving it because, as I said, chocolate does burn super duper easy. Okay, so it took no time for that to go away, and this is the consistency that we're looking for. You want to make sure that it's runny. You don't want thick chocolate or dipping strawberries into thick chocolate because that prevents it having like a smooth finish. Okay, so this is the consistency that we're looking for. If you do not have this consistency at this step, please either keep stirring or pop it back in the microwave for a few seconds and then stir until you get this. You can also use Paramount crystals, which is basically a solid version of vegetable oils to thin out your chocolate. So I prefer not to dip my berries into that big bowl because to me it's too wide and it's kind of hard to get equal coverage of chocolate on the berries. So I'm going to transfer my chocolate over into my small measuring cup, and this is the perfect kitchen utensil to use when dipping chocolate covered berries. It could be a coffee mug, it could be a soup bowl cup type situation, but I just prefer not to use the big bowl. So we have our toothpicks here, and as I told you guys earlier, this is going to give you the support that you need so that your leaves do not break off. So you want to gather all of your leaves up because you don't want any of your leaves to have any chocolate on it. So you're going to take it by the toothpick in the leaves, and then when you get down to that nitty gritty, you just do like a little small shake. You want to ensure that your entire berry is dipped in chocolate, okay? That's just that professional look that we're going for, is the entire berry dipped in chocolate. Another important thing, as you see, I'm letting all the excess chocolate drain down so that I don't have big coasters underneath my strawberries. So the technique that I use, I pat one hand, I pat my arm just like so as the chocolate is running, so that way it comes down and it makes all of, like a little small, smooth, even finish. And look how pretty already. Yes, perfect. See how easy that was, guys? So we're going to continue and repeat those steps. Gather your leaves up into the toothpicks. Use your toothpicks as your support. Don't, of course, yank on the leaves too hard because they are still delicate, but you want to gather your leaves, make sure that there's no leaf left behind, and then you're going to go ahead and dip it inside of your chocolate. You want to make sure your entire berry is covered, and then you're going to tap your hand that you're holding your strawberry with your other hand. So I'm using my left hand to tap my right, and that helps shake off all of that excess chocolate, so that we don't have coaster bottoms on the bottom of our strawberries. Oh, small step that I forgot to mention. After I dried the berries and I put the toothpicks in, I have a sheet of parchment paper, and I use parchment paper because it's a super, easy cleanup, and the chocolate does not stick to the parchment paper. So don't forget to either use a non-stick silicone mat or parchment paper once your berries are dipped in the chocolate. And as you can see in the back, like, they're setting up very fast. They dry really, really fast. And this is our ending product for our milk chocolate strawberries. So you can leave them like this if you wanted to. They are gorgeous. And this is, classic and chic, but we're not. So let's move to the next step. So I have my little red Solo cup, and we're about to fill her up. So I have a red Solo cup. I put a sandwich bag inside of it, and you want to kind of open it up. And then we're going to pour our remaining chocolate into the bag. Now, this step is for two purposes. One, if you didn't want to decorate your berries any further, boom. We got some leftover chocolate that we can remelt down and reuse because there will be no supplies left behind. Or this is also going to help us with decorating our chocolate. So it's a multi-purpose step. So I put that to the side, and now it's time to get our white chocolate melted. So all the steps that we did to melt the milk chocolate, we're going to follow those same steps. So you have your candy melts, 2 capfuls of vegetable oil. We're going to get those coated. We're going to start off with 1 30-second interval in the microwave, and then it's going to jump down to 15 seconds until your chocolate looks just like this. And look how pretty and smooth. Yes. The white chocolate it's given. Okay, it's giving everything it's supposed to give. So just like the milk chocolate, I transferred my white chocolate into my measuring cup, and we will dip. So enjoy the dipping. So all of my berries are dipped. I am going to transfer my white chocolate into a sandwich bag just as I did my milk chocolate. And this is what it looks like. So you want to do this while your chocolate is still melted, of course, so that it keeps the same consistency, because that is important for drizzling, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut a very small hole at the end of my sandwich bag. And this is going to be our tool for drizzling chocolate. And I'm excited to teach you guys. So I thought the look with the white chocolate on the milk chocolate would be good. So that's what we're going to do. So the very first thing that you want to avoid is drizzling directly to the strawberry. So you want to get a nice run on the side first, just to make sure that the consistency is right, that the hole is big enough, one. So you don't want to ever start directly on the strawberry. Always start to the side, and then you're going to move your hand back and forth very still, though. You have to be disciplined in this so that your lines are straight and not too jagged, okay? So never start directly on the berry. Take your time. You don't have to go too fast, but you just want to do a clean back and forth motion, and that's going to give us that perfect drizzle that we love. And you can always go back and fill in if you feel like you want your berry to have, a few more lines. Y'all, this one had leaves galore, okay? So I had to hold her back while I did this drizzle. So I also want to show you guys that you don't have to sit it down on a parchment paper. You can do this holding the strawberry, and the same rule applies. So you want to start the drizzle running off. And this was a horrible angle, but you get the gist. I will bring the next one down to camera view. And I actually like this. I prefer this way better. For filming purposes, it was a little difficult, but I prefer this way because I can get... I can definitely control my lines, and especially at the bottom. So you want to get it running. There you go, back and forth. And then as you can see, my bottom line is not shaky whatsoever. It's just straight, consistent, beautiful. So this is my preferred way of drizzling. Just start where you're comfortable. If you're a beginner, do what's best for you. I would recommend sitting the strawberry down until you've gotten the hang of that back and forth, clean back and forth motion. So we're done drizzling our milk chocolate with white chocolate. So now I'm going to drizzle our white chocolate strawberries in milk chocolate. See how easy this is, guys? It's giving edible arrangement could never, okay? Because theirs don't even look like this. And I want to show you guys that that I also did this technique with the white chocolate strawberries as well. Boom. Perfection, okay? You know, Valentine's Day is coming up, honey. So whether you want to gift these to, your loved ones, your co-workers, this is the perfect chocolate dipped gift if you want to get some coins and make some extra income selling chocolate covered strawberries. This is the video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this step by step. I can't wait to hear and see how yours came out. There will be a part 2 to this video. I will be going in depth with pricing, how to box these and give it that professional elevated look, and then answering any comment asked questions when it comes to starting like a sweets business and making profit off of your chocolate covered strawberries. So if you want to get that information, please make sure to be on the lookout for the part 2 of this video. I thank you guys for the support. Happy New Year. We are in 2022 and we are starting off with a bang. Thank you guys for the support thus far, and I look forward to everything that we are going to accomplish this year. So I'll see you guys on part 2.